Hello and welcome back to this course. In our previous video, we have discussed about the array list, and in this video, we will discuss about the linked list. Linked list is one of the most important data structure in the programming. So linked list is the class in the collection framework. So let's discuss about the linked list. Now linked list also implements the list interface, as well as indirectly linked list also implements the collection framework. So let's discuss about the linked list. So this is the linked list. Basically, what is a linked list? A linked list is the combination of the nodes. You can see the boxes on the screen. All these boxes are the nodes. Linked list is the combination of the nodes. And now each node has two parts. In single linked list, we have two parts in a node. One part is the data part and one part is the address part. Now in the data part, we store our data in the node, and in address we have the address of the next node. Similarly, in next node we store our data in the node, and in the part of the address we have the address of our next node. So this is the combination of nodes that we call the linked list, and the first address of the node is present in the pointer, which we call the head pointer. So this is the single linked list, and next we have the double linked list. In double linked list we have three portions. We have one data part and two address part. Now in data part we store our data. At first we have the address part that contains the address of the previous node. Then we have the data part in which we store our data, and after that in third portion we have again address that contains address of the next node. So in this way every node in a double linked list have three parts. Two parts contains the address, one part contains the address of the previous node, and the second part contains the address of the next node, and in the middle we have the data part in which we store our data. And at the last node in the point and in the address section we have null, because there is no node present after that node, so we put the null at the last node address part. So this is the single linked list and the double linked list. I again repeat that linked list is the data structure. It is the collection of the nodes. In single linked list, each node contains two parts, data part and the address part. In data part, we store our data. In the address part, that part contains the address of the next node. And after that, the second node contains the data. And the address part, there is the address of the next node. And this continues. And at the last node, in the address part, we have null. In the double linked list, we have three parts. First of all, we have the address part that contains the address of the previous node. Then we have the data part in which we store our data. After that, at third, we have again the address that contains the address of the next node. And this continues at the end, the last node at the third portion of the node, which is the address portion that contains the null, because there's no node next to that. And also in double linked list, at the first node, the first portion that contains address, because we have no node previous this node, so we add also null in it. But the address of the first node is stored in the head pointer, or we can say start pointer. So this is the linked list data structure. Now the linked list class in the collection framework uses the linked list data structure. So linked list is a linear data structure basically. Now duplicates values are also allowed in the linked list. Null values are also allowed in the linked list, and in the same way heterogeneous data can also be stored in the linked list. Means we can store the data of the different types in the linked list. So let's get our program in our NetBeans about the linked list. Okay, so first of all here in NetBeans, if I type here linked list equals to new linked list like this, and again I have to import the linked list class which is present inside the util package. You can see here this one. Okay, so now there are two constructors in the linked list class. The first constructor contains nothing, and in the second constructor we can also pass the collection if we have the previous linked list, and we can pass that to the constructor. So this linked list has the same size of the that linked list. Now one more thing that I forgot in our previous video, that this linked list is a generic linked list. If I only want to store the specific type of data in the linked list or array list, I simply type here in the angular brackets I type the data type. I type here string, for example, if I want to store the string data in this linked list. Also I type here string like this. Okay, you can also add this uh, type of the data in the array list. So now we have created the linked list of string type. Now the linked list has all the methods of the list interface as well as the collection interface. But linked list has some additional methods, so we will discuss about those methods. So I type here list dot add first method like this. We have discussed about the add and add all method, but linked list has additional method which is the add first. This is add first, and I type here the first item. I again type here Java, the previous one example, the list of the programming languages. So list dot add first. In first node I had add the Java, and after that if I type here list dot add last, this is also the method in the linked list add last, and at last I type here PHP like this. There is another method. If I type here list dot get first like this, and list dot get last like this. And now if I run this program, okay, so we forgot to print the value, so I type here system dot out dot println, and I print the string on the screen. So system dot out dot println. Okay, so now if I run this program, you will see Java and PHP on the screen. Now if I want to add the basically elements in the middle of the linked list, so I type here list dot add, and I give the specific index. I type here 1, and I type the string that I want to add. I type here Python. Okay, so now I'm going to use the iterator here to iterate through the linked list. So I remove these lines and type here iterator it the list dot iterator. Okay, I also import the iterator class like this, and while it dot has next, and in the body I type here system dot out dot println, and I type here it has it next method. Okay, so now if I run this program, you will see Java, Python, and PHP. Python is added inside Java and PHP as we have specified the index on which I want to add the string or my object basically. So this is the linked list. This is one of the most important data structure or class in the collection framework. So I hope you understand. So now we can also remove the item from the list. We have two more methods. If I type here list dot remove first, this one, remove first, and list dot remove last, this method. Okay, so now if I run this program, you will see only Python on the screen because the first Java and the last PHP has been deleted from the list. So in this way we can use the linked list. Now the linked list class also have the remove method, clear method, size method. All these methods are present also in the linked list class. So if you feel any problem by understanding any method, you can definitely ask me a question. I will explain that for you. So I hope you have to understand about the linked list in the class in the collection.